big, brown, and long America. What we have here is a Fanimation Big Island. Yep, it is a big gay island. What the Big Island was it was an alternative to the Islander DC. Okay. Now, at a certain point, Fanimation decided, oh, we're going to start making massive, massive blades. Only problem is, the stack motor that Fanimation uses could not handle these blades, so what did they come up with? DC. So it has a very large DC motor in it, made for the larger fans such as the Odyn. So, yeah. This is an 80-inch fan. It's an 80-inch span with the, I want to call them, not sickle blades, but they're shaped like some sort of Arabian sword. Yeah, they're sword blades, basically. There's probably a better term for the weapon, but whatever. You get the idea. Finish is glorified brown, otherwise known as oil rubbed bronze. This finish is falling out of favor with Fanimation, as more people favor matte grise now, which is more of a grayish, kind of a clay kind of brown. So, yeah. The motor I got from, Fanimation directly. It was part of their giveaway pile, blah, 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 blah. The blades I got out of the Fanimation dumpster. Because when you're there for a week, you kind of, sort of get the eye on the trash all day. See what's thrown in. So, what they can't scrap, they throw in the trash. So, yeah. Good times. So, anyway. This is the remote. It didn't come with the fan. Of course, the fan did not have its remote, it did not have its downrod. Without those bits, you're kinda, sorta, I don't know, hard-pressed to have a good time. So it was returned. Instead of being thrown in the scrap, it was, given away. Anyway, let's see how this thing performs. Starting on speed 1, which is low. Low speed is kind of average-ish. A little faster than I would have expected, actually. The thing with these DC motors is you have to let them learn. Okay? When you hook up power and you put the battery in the remote, when you're about to turn it on, you can't just put it onto a speed. You actually have to... Doesn't seem like low. You actually have to set it to learn. There's a set button in the battery compartment. You have to press that, hold it for 6 seconds. And this is with the older remotes. It's a little different with the newer ones. But you press and hold for a few seconds, and then the thing learns. Basically learns the load that it has to deal with. How heavy are the blades? How much drag is on the motor? And that determines the RPM range. Which is probably why it's not really doing too much. It's probably why this low speed's actually pretty fast. It's aesthetic, but it's not the fastest. So I just put it to high speed. Speed 6. This is about as fast as it goes, because the irons have a 20-degree pitch, and, well, this room is also very small, so it doesn't have a lot of room to really suck up the air, so it's not, it's kind of struggling in here. In a larger room, it might perform differently, but, yeah. So it's not fast. It pretty much only has one speed range. Even low to high is pretty much the same. At least with these blades. If you put shorter blades on this thing, okay, the speed range would be a bit different. Just a bit. Say if you put wicker blades on here, yeah, bit different. But with these huge-ass blades, this thing is more of an aesthetic rather than a function. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, either that or the board is the driver's kind of acting weird. Hoping that's not the case, but you never know with returned goods. You don't know why a person returns a fan, right? So it's kind of like, it could just be that, oh, they don't like it. It could be, oh, missing screws or something, missing remote. Or it could just be, oh, it doesn't work right. But this is pretty par for the course, considering the blade pitch being as steep as it is. But I'm still feeling a breeze at least, so it's not all too bad. Let's turn it off. This is another one of the things that I kind of sort of forgot that I had. Because during the meets, right, you often get so much and you don't know what to do with it, so it kind of, it just kind of sits around, sometimes forgotten, Now, being an older DC fan, it also likes to twitch a bit. I just reversed it, by the way. For whatever reason, it runs slower in reverse than it does on downdraft. I'm thinking these blades are not particularly optimal for the motor, despite it being the larger type of DC motor. And even the motor in this isn't the largest of the DC motors. They now make them even larger. Like the DC motor in the wrap, for example, especially the larger wrap, the 64 to 84 inch span, it's a massive DC spinner motor. By massive, I mean it's about 150... It's 165 by like 25 or something like that. Very large for a DC motor. And evidently very powerful. Now let's turn it off. So yeah, in conclusion, this thing is more of an aesthetic rather than a functional fan. Oh, it looks nice, but if you're looking for airflow, you might want to go with something else. So, there you have it. Fanimation Big Island.